All right, Sam. Well, is this right? 17 UFC fights, first UFC pay-per-view. Is that right?
Yeah, it's my first UFC pay-per-view, which I always knew, but I didn't know anyone else knew. And now it's apparently a record, which I didn't know. And it's just one of many records I'm going to set with the UFC.
Are you excited to give the title like King of Fight Night? I mean,
I am the King of Fight Night, and yeah, I'll be the King of pay-per-views next.
Give us an idea of the road to get here, because you had this amazing like announcement video that you were fighting in Prague, and you know, you had some fun with that. And then we get this chain. What happened that didn't come together, and now you're here?
My opponent in Prague, he got injured. I heard it's semi-serious, so I am very, very sorry to hear that. And I thought I was going to be sidelined for a minute, just kind of the way it works. And thank goodness, 2 days later, I was in Canada with my buddy Chris Curtis, who won his fight, by the way. And partially because of my cornering, I think. And I got a call. My wife said, hey, they want you in Australia in 4 days or 3 days or whatever it was, 13 days. I said, okay, let's do it. And then I called her back and said, wait, I got to check my weight first. Because my last 85 fight was a mistake to take. But 205 is easy. So yeah, weight's good, conditioning's good, strength's good, everything felt pretty solid. So we said, yeah, let's do it. And then she told me who I was fighting, and we kind of went from there.
I mean, I guess it should be no surprise by now that you take short notice fights, that you'll take them anywhere in the world. But honestly, I mean, you've been down here before. It's not easy, right? I mean, so I mean, was there any pause at all to say, maybe this is too much?
No, it really wasn't. It was I double check my weight. I never get that heavy anymore. I'm like 225 at my heaviest, 230 on a long weekend. I always joke that's a fighter's 225, which really means 230. So I just double checked that. I was, working my weight down for Prague, which is 3 weeks later. So I was good with that, and we just said, yeah, let's do it. If you say no, you don't know when the next offer is going to come, and it's kind of been, I've got 17 fights in 4 years, and I had a year layoff with a broken jaw, and I got there by saying yes to everything, and it's worked pretty well for me.
What do you think about the matchup? I mean, obviously a young kid, kind of up and coming. I mean, you got a chance to look at him. What do you think about him?
Super talented, very tough. If I was as good as he is when I was 22, I think I'd have beaten Anderson Silva for most consecutive title defenses at this time. He's just, and I hope he realizes how good he is to be so young. But I've got some experience on him. He's got 9 fights. I've got over 50 fights. And experience does matter.
The last thing for me, the look here, what's the inspiration? I mean, was that just a mishap in the morning, or was there an idea here? What's the concept?
See, my wife hates it. And now that I'm in Australia, there's no way for me to change it. So I did it before we left, so she's stuck looking at me. I'm just teasing her. And she's stuck looking at me for a week, and there's nothing she can do about it.
And this kind of puts a pause on the Dan Henderson redemption tour, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, the revenge tour. We'll get back to it. You know who really put a dent in it was Nogueira. Nogueira kind of paused my revenge tour. But you know what? Hendo's come to peace with it. I might not get revenge on everybody, but we'll keep going. We'll get as many as we can.
And did you bring the family down?
I brought my wife, who's chief corner, so she's always there, and then we brought my middle child. We left my oldest and my youngest at home.
And do you have anything planned for maybe after the fight or something, singing around Melbourne?
Yeah, you guys have penguins. You guys have penguins, Phillips Island. I assume they're like poisonous penguins or something else. Penguin with teeth. Well, Australia's got a lot of things that want to bite you. So we're going to spend an extra day. We're going to go out to Phillips Island, take a look at the penguin. My son's very excited about that. And we're just going to have a good time.
So you told the UFC that your favorite submission move or your favorite grappling move is the rock bottom.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit? Like, what inspires the rock? Why are you inspired by the rock bottom?
He's the people's champ, The Rock. He's the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. If I can take just a little piece of what he's good at and make it, my move, people are going to remember it.
So you're just a big fan of The Rock.
Big fan of The Rock.
Cool. Thank you, Sam.